I've tried everything over my entire life, herbs, medication, you name it. Nothing has ever worked like this.
It was just so miraculous. I'm looking for a more scientific word, but I don't have it. It's just like a miracle.
My hopes were that the distortion and the discomfort in my joints could have some relief. I was not prepared for total, instant relief. I was astounded.
An ancient technique known as the Maharishi Vedic vibration technology is offering a new opportunity for the millions of people who suffer from chronic health concerns.
Maharishi Vedic vibration therapy, which is called MVVT, is a program of Vedic sound to help people who are suffering from chronic diseases. It is a non-medical approach, meaning it involves no medicines or surgeries. And it's a program which does not focus on the disease itself, but actually works to enliven the self-repair mechanisms, what one could call the inner intelligence of the body, that ability of the body to repair itself.
This technique is the latest addition to a time-tested and well-researched tradition of healthcare known as Maharishi Vedic approach to health. Hundreds of studies have shown that this system reduces individual and collective stress, increases health and well-being, and unfolds the individual's full potential. Dr. Robert Schneider, director of the Center for Natural Medicine and Prevention, has been awarded over $17 million by the National Institutes of Health to study this system. He has also collected preliminary data on the results of the Vedic vibration program.
Our group at the Center for Natural Medicine and Prevention has preliminary data on a series of more than 350 cases of individuals participating in the MVVT program. And these are individuals who've had chronic pain, headaches, back pain, insomnia, anxiety, depression, digestive disorders, respiratory disorders, arthritis, all chronic conditions which are not very well treated by modern medicine, and not very effectively, and not without harmful side effects. And we've seen on average that after 3 sessions of MVVT treatment, individuals report a 30 to 50% improvement in their symptoms, which is most unusual when compared to modern therapies and is relatively unknown outside of MVVT and Maharishi Vedic medicine generally.
I have about 6 months experience with the Maharishi Vedic vibration technology as an approach for helping the health of patients. And I've been most impressed by the dramatic results that a number of my patients have gotten with this approach for their chronic health conditions, whereas many other treatments, both modern medical and natural, have not given them substantial relief.
I've been suffering for about 30 years from what was diagnosed as osteoarthritis with no known cure. My hands at times would not be able to close fully, and after the 3 sessions they not only close fully but they're completely flexible. And ordinarily when I would get out of bed I would stand very carefully at first just to make sure I could stand before I would start to walk. After the instant relief program, after 1 session, I think I could have jumped out of bed.
So for the last about 27 years, I've had pretty strong insomnia where it's taken me a minimum of an hour, usually closer to an hour and a half, 2 hours to fall asleep. And I've tried numerous different therapies. None of them have worked, or I wouldn't have kept looking. And it's been kind of debilitating because it means I don't get up early enough as I should, or when I do get up at the right time, then I'm tired. And within the first treatment, I fell asleep within 5 minutes that first night, and since then it's only taken me 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes at the most to fall asleep each night. It definitely is instant relief from what I consider a major problem.
I have had asthma all my life, ever since I was a child, and had used an inhaler several times a day for my entire life. Every time I would go for an invigorating walk or ride my horses or anything, I would have to use my inhaler constantly, and it's a very toxic substance, and it made the condition worse. After going through the treatment, after the first day I could feel a result. I was breathing very well. The second treatment, I took it to a test. I ate a big meal and I went for a walk in the cold up and down hills, which is a big test. That would typically put me into a major asthma attack. And I was not wheezing. I did not use my inhaler at all during that little walk. So that was one of the biggest tests. I put it through and it worked very well.
I trained as a psychiatrist, and one of the most heart-wrenching problems that I see are parents who have children whom they can't control, whom they cannot make happy, who make their lives very difficult. And I've had some experiences now with families who have brought their children for the Maharishi Vedic vibration technology, and I was really truly amazed.
This summer, Tyler's mom passed away, and my son, who's Tyler's guardian, and I were concerned about grief. And also, he was having some behavior problems in school. The main thing that we're so pleased with is that his behavior has improved greatly. The psychiatrist that he was seeing said that she noticed there's just an underlying bed of happiness that wasn't present before. I went to a conference at school, like a progress type of conference, and I was surprised it only took like 2 or 3 minutes. And the teacher said that there was nothing really to talk about, that Tyler was doing really good, that he was cooperating and he was trying, really trying to do well. And I said, well, then why did I have this 6-page report about all the things he was doing wrong? And she said, oh, well, I made this report like a month and a half ago. And since that time, there's really nothing to report on.
This program seems to have as its approach a deeper level of understanding than our contemporary medicine is based on. It actually is a quantum mechanical approach, and therefore it's distinguished from everything that we have in contemporary medicine or alternative medicine approaches. And when we say quantum mechanical, we mean that it's an understanding that not only looks at the body as made up of separate parts, and those parts made of smaller parts, ultimately particles or very small parts, but one of the main understandings of quantum mechanics is that the smallest particles, the elementary particles that make up matter, can equally well be understood as solid particles and as waves. And in this understanding, everything, including our own bodies, are made ultimately of both particle and wave, what is called particle-wave duality, that we can be understood as just being made of fundamental vibrations, that the body is a collection or a complex wave made up of what are called fundamental resonant frequencies. And so if the body is a vibration, then one could understand treating the body, treating all of these vibrations with vibration. So it's a deeper approach that has the potential, because it's working at a deeper level, to remove the cause of disease rather than treat the symptoms, to palliate the symptoms, which is most of what we do in handling chronic disease.
This deeper understanding of the human physiology and the fundamental vibrations that structure it has been revived recently by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the world's leading expert in Vedic science. Under Maharishi's guidance, neurophysiologist Professor Tony Nader, MD, PhD, established the scientific foundations for this understanding in his landmark book. Experts have been trained to administer these fundamental vibrations in the traditional, time-tested manner to enliven the body's inner intelligence, often eliminating or reducing chronic health concerns and allowing the body's natural order to predominate.
The MVVT experience was unlike any Western procedure I have ever experienced. So when I came and laid down and the process was started, I was somewhat taken aback because it was so gentle and quiet and subtle and delicate. And my first reaction was that, I don't know, these problems, the three problems that I had were so, in my mind, dug in and serious that I was afraid that the subtlety of the MVVT was not going to literally blast through them.
I had a seriously bad case of eczema. I think some dermatologists call it atopic dermatitis. But it was bad. It was from head to toe. I had 3 treatments of the MVVT in the course of about 1 week. And I did not experience anything during the treatment itself, except for the last treatment. I was very peaceful, and about a week or 2 after the last treatment, I woke up one morning and my skin was clear. It was 80% gone.
The Vedic vibration technology is compatible with any medical practice that the patient might need or medical therapy. It's a very effortless approach. The patient really has to do nothing, and that's part of I think the appeal of it is that with no effort, the person can experience a lot of benefits.
It's been about a month and a half, almost 2 months since I've had it, and all 3 problems that I went to the MVVT for, I had had for years, and all 3 have gone, and I feel wonderful, and I have no hint that they're coming back at this point.
I actually believe that the Maharishi Vedic vibration technology and the discovery that underlies it, that the body is made of vibratory frequencies, that this is really the paradigm of the future in medicine.
This program is available at both permanent and temporary facilities around the world. For more information or to apply for a consultation, please call 800-431-9680 or visit www.vedicvibration.com.